Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to yet another episode of En la Casa para la Raza. And today we have my homie, the OG, the one and only Gilberto, aka Gilbert, in the house, aquí en la Casa para la Raza. And man, we got some crazy stories about all sorts of different places. And you know, I'm gonna give you a little hint. It's in New York, some place in New York where the Latinos hang out. But I'm gonna let him come through to the show, and you know, make sure that he tells his story, man. So what's up, Gilbert? What's up, Gilberto in la casa? What's going on, my brother?
Yo, what's up? Nice to be here with you, Royal El Latino in la casa, man. All
Crazy.
Good, baby.
Crazy, man. Thank you very much. First of all, just want to introduce the homie Gilberto to the En la Casa para la Raza podcast show right now, man. Put your hands together for the homeboy right here in the house.
Hey, what's up? What's up, peeps?
Crazy, man. So, bro, let the people know. We'll kick it straight off. Let the people know where are you from, bro?
I'm from the Boogie Down, from the Bronx. I'm living here in Brisbane, Australia. I've been living here since the 80s.
Since the 80s. And
since the 80s.
So you're originally from the Boogie Down, from South Bronx, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct, man. 149, La 149, Union Avenue, man. That's where I'm from. Boricua, from the Boogie Down.
Boricua from the Boogie Down. Hey, man, this has got to be the first. And obviously, like, I wanted you here because I need the story told, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, crazy, man. That's dope, man. Shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to all the Boricuas out there if you're tuning in.
Yeah, peace, man. Peace to all my people back there in New York and in Puerto Rico and all over the world, man.
Crazy, man.
Love.
So, Gilberto, what was it like growing up? Like, we'll get back to you getting to Australia and whatnot, but what was it like growing up in South Bronx?
In the South Bronx, well, that's where I went to school. That's where I hung out with my boys. That's where we did our little hustle, you know, try to make money honestly, you know, or whatever, you know, trace this and that. And growing up in the Bronx was it's an experience, man. It's something that you know, good and bad. That's my home, and always be there. Always be a Bronx person, man. Because growing up in there was music, there was hip hop, there was a lot of other negative stuff which we tried to keep away from. But all in all, yeah, love the Bronx, man. You know, like they say, you know, some people go, yo, you from New York? They go, yo, man, no, I'm from the Bronx, man. We from the Bronx. You know, we say, you know, that's whole separate again, even though we New York.
Yeah.
But no, that's how it is.
That's crazy. You're representing where you're from. I mean, I don't know what that's like over there, but it sounds epic, bro. That sounds dope. Like, it's something that, you know, obviously you and me have spoken about, and I got to go and see it because I got a few homies over in the Bronx. Shout out to Joey Badass over there as well, man. Got a few of the brothers over there as well. Well, obviously the Bronx is, like, you know, home to Fat Joe and Big Pun, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of great musicians that came from the great people that came from the Bronx, you know. But yeah, definitely, man, that's the home of hip hop, you know, and the hip hop was created in the Bronx.
Yeah,
it was created by African Americans and Puerto Ricans. You know, we got to get some credit for that too, man. That's right in there with them.
That's crazy. No, you know, I like the way they say that, because when people ask me that, everyone just says, oh, no, it only came from this side. But I was like, nah, hold on, because the Boricuas and there was Latinos in there, like, mixed up with it. Hold up.
Yeah, we were right in there, man. You could ask one of the famous hip hoppers was on a stage in New York, and what he said was, yo, we got to give credit to the Puerto Ricans and the African Americans because that's what created hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, that's crazy.
That wasn't even my line. That's from somebody else, but it's all good though.
Hey man, that's dope. And being Boricua, being from the Bronx at that time, you were there at the time where hip hop started. Am I correct?
Yeah, yeah, I was there throughout I was there throughout the 70s,
Man.
the early days, man, before Sugar Hill Gang, man, and all that sort of stuff.
Wow.
Where people were like taking their systems out to the parks in the projects. You know, they take their whole system out
That's
and
crazy.
set up on one side, and then another DJ come out. Oh, he wants to play in the park too. Oh, we got us a battle here, right? So boom, other guy sets up on the other side of the park, and then bang, they start cranking a couple of tunes, and before you know it, one of them takes over, man. You know, the crowd, because the crowd's bouncing back and forth. Boom, because in
Yeah.
New York, a crowd, somebody whistling or just whistling, you'll bring a big crowd up, because there's plenty
that
of people there.
that's crazy, man. So like, what was that like to be there? I mean, I suppose that was just home for you, but for us,
Yeah,
it's like we're
it
we're
was just
just students of what you guys went through. What was that like to be there at that time in the birth of hip hop, and around the birthplace of hip hop, the mecca of hip hop, which is New York, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we were just in the streets, man. You just in the streets, bro. I still got people. They still in the streets. That's where hip hop came from.
Right.
So I guess our contribution is being there in the streets and hanging with our people and talking about their experiences, um, and what's happened to them, and being able to relate, to what a lot of rappers were doing and stuff like that. And dancing was a big part of it as well.
Yeah. Were the battles were the battles like, well, first of all, that's amazing, my bro, and thanks for sharing your story. Like, I really appreciate that. Um, were the battles like heated? Was it like problematic, or was it more chilled back? You get what I'm saying? Was it like a hectic vibe, or was it more like,
No, man, it's a party, man. It was
yeah,
a party, man. You had an MC, and he's like, "Yes, yes, y'all, come on, everybody, get your hands up. Come on, get your hands up." And it was a party, So, um, the more powerful system won on the day, But that didn't happen all the time, but it did happen. And when that was happening, you could hear the music like 6 blocks away. You'd be
wow,
hearing that clear as day, man. You'd be hearing, and that should be just
wow, that's crazy.
banging, and everybody be jamming.
Do you remember any of the people who was there at the time, like any, say, of the MCs that were coming up, or any of the DJs from the top of your mind that you can remember?
Well, what I do remember all the time, was DJ AJ,
All right. Yeah.
right? So if you looked at, that's even before Grandmaster Flash and them.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
but he was right. He was right there with them. With that era of DJs.
Right.
Who else? A couple of other
Did
people
you
that
ever
don't come to
see
mind.
Grandmaster Flash or any of them?
Nah, I didn't see them. I didn't see them. But there was a lot of other people who were doing. Everybody was
Yeah.
had their rhyme. Their set.
Yeah. That's crazy,
But
man.
I did see a lot of other performances. Chic, and stuff like that. They'd come out to the ghetto. Some Latin bands like Eddie Palmieri and Tito Puente. They would come out.
Whoa.
You know, because summertime in New York, and especially at Orchard Beach, that's a whole different story in itself, man.
That's crazy, man. That was around also like the time where, like, say, the South Bronx and all that like burnt down and everything, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I used to play in all those buildings, right? I
That's
used to we used to
crazy.
put, we used to put mattresses um, on on the on the bottom floor, right? And then we'd be on the fire escape, right? And we'd be like 1 story up or 2 stories up the dare, and we'd be jumping from that onto the mattresses,
That's crazy, bro.
and all of the the buildings had been knocked down and stuff like that. A lot of buildings are, burned out and hollow, and a lot of them were knocked down. So there was like bricks and shit everywhere, and
That's
it was
crazy.
pretty.
Did the
That was our
hustlers?
play.
But yeah, of course. Well, that's what you grow up in as a kid. You don't know any difference. That's home,
Like a
right?
war zone, bro.
That's insane.
Warriors.
Hey, come out to play. Did you feel like the hustlers of that time, did they leave the kids alone and stuff like that? Or were they, they would try to entice you to get into the gang life and live that too?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that I grew up with that lost themselves and lost their life to that, but a lot of it was drugs and heroin and also gangs, man, and violence. Seeing people shot, stabbed, seen it all, man. It's not what I wanted my kids to see when I made some. So because when you come from when you come from there, that you don't want to, you want to get out of there. A lot of people fantasize. They see these beautiful pictures of what in their mind it is, and stuff. But, all us people people from there, we want to get it, you want to get out of there.
Yeah, crazy.
But it's still home though. Like I'll go there, like if I was there tomorrow, I put my, I walk the street like I was there. I've been there from day one, because that's my home, like you from your hometown, like your father, maybe you go back to Uruguay. Bam.
Yeah, exactly. It is what it is. Yeah, exactly. No, that's crazy, man, because we do see it like, we see it like a movie like thing. Like it's attractive to us because us living here, we have our own certain type of street life, but then it's nothing like the Bronx or Brooklyn or New York in general, right? So having somebody from there and from that era, I really wanted to have that on the show and, tell people that it's like, don't glamorize that type of lifestyle either, because you don't know what you're on about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, when I first started a show that I created here in 1983, when I first got here, which was called Black Beat, which was on 102.1 FM.
Hold up. So you were the originator for Black Beat? That was you who started this?
That's correct. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. A lot of us came from that specific name, like us listening to that, our older cousins listening to that. Like I got one of the homies that used to call up whenever it was. I think it was Fridays. I can't remember exactly, but he'd call up
Sundays from 8 to 10 p.m. and we'd be shout outs, people be calling in for shout outs and stuff.
One of my homie Carnage, bro, he'd call up all the time and get shout outs for the family and that. You know what I mean? Shout out Carnage, bro.
Yeah, and the reason that was for us, man. That was for the community, and the way that started was I was given the opportunity with a guy who came over for a few weeks from Berkeley, California, and
okay,
we were listening to 4 Triple Z, so we went up there and had a chat with them, and they said, "Yeah, man, have a shot at it." And boom! All of a sudden, we were doing shows, and from the shows, they incorporated. We had a lot of acts, and the reason I mentioned the show, the Black Beat Times, but that's a whole different story. But what I was trying to say is, in regard to your story, I've always said to people who wanted to perform in hip hop and R&B, and only from my experiences back home, is that I would like to listen to someone else's experiences. I wouldn't want someone to be rapping about stuff that doesn't happen in their life. You know what I mean?
Right,
stuff
correct.
That might happen in where I come from, but somebody rapping about gangsters and we down in the street and this now. Rap about your surroundings and your thing.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy when you say that? Me and Mezzi, Mezzi El Salvadoreño.
Yep.
you know, we were always together under Royal and Mez, and we come out with a track called Latinos de Ananda. And I swear to God, bro, the video and the song was all about just kicking it, having a fun time. We
Yeah.
got some nice rides, and we even going to the zoo, and we're filming kangaroos and doing all the stupid shit, right?
Yeah.
And the producer at the time, you know, he was dope and everything, and he was meant to be on Latinos de Ananda, and he hit up my homie, he hit up Mezzi, and he's like, look, I'll record it for you and that, but I'm not going to be on it because I only do the gangster shit, you know what I mean, and whatnot. So he's like, oh, okay. So they had a little bit of the, you know, that mentality, like, oh,
Yeah.
all right, you don't want to jump on my stuff because it's, you know, it's not gangster enough, it's corny or whatever. And then he hit me up, Mezzi hit me up, right? I jumped on it straight away, bro, representing mi cultura. We had mad fun, you know what I mean? And the song took off like that. But you know what's funny? It took off in the States because they were saying to us, it's refreshing to hear that you don't have to talk about killing anybody.
Yeah, that's exactly that's what I'm talking about. Talk about where we're at. Look where we are, like here in Brisbane, Australia. You know, sunny Queensland. You know, you got the beach, you got nice looking ladies, and you got all these beautiful parks and bike. You know, it's a great place.
It's
So
crazy.
I want to hear somebody rapping about, not telling me that, you know, trying to rap about my hood, you know, because come on.
I mean, you're the OG, bro. You know what I mean? We can't be doing that. Anybody doing that, stop right now. Just stop. Just don't do it. Hey, you know, but in saying that, it would be cool to feature with some of the people from over there and invite them to our culture over here and vice versa. That would be a cool thing, I think.
Yeah, I got a lot. I know a lot of people back home who trying to do their thing musically, you know, and they're out there trying to set up their studios. They're doing their open mic nights in the Bronx, you know,
yeah,
where all these people just come out of nowhere, man, and just start singing or playing drums and you know, you get all these flows and then they try to produce. I got another cousin who does producing.
That's crazy, man. Or link him up over here, bro. Let's get him on the podcast, sure. and I'll swing, you know, you're a beat maker or whatnot. We can hook you up with all the other homies. Obviously, you know, Jay and all them.
Yeah.
Jay Slang.
Yeah, I know a lot of them guys wouldn't mind having someone they could say, yo, yeah, this track here is created by Blaze from the South Bronx, New York. Bam. That's their track. That's done. You know?
Shout out to Blaze, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So yeah, no, that's dope, man. So you were the originator for Black Beat. That's amazing, bro. Automatically, you were the start of hip hop. You're from the Boogie Downs. You came here and you brought us Black Beat, which a lot of us is the sons of that. You know what I mean? Realistically, I'm just gonna say how it is. That's epic, bro. And thank you for doing that, because I mean, what would hip hop be without that specific sound, Black Beat? Like, be difficult to say that it would be the same. What year did you come from New York? What year did you come to Australia?
In 1983.
In 83. Crazy.
Yeah. And Black Beat started that year.
So you started Black Beat off the top.
I bought records with me, man. Some of my records. See, I was in the underground scene in New York City. I was hanging out at all the after hours, and it was more like a disco house sort of thing, you know what I mean? But I grew up with hip on the streets. We was all break dancers and all that, man, back all of us as well. So we were doing, you know, we just worldly with music, man. So when I came over here, I saw that the dance scene was, they doing something here. Let them do that. Hip hop, R&B. We need to step that up over here. So I was given the opportunity, and it happened. So it was a good thing.
That's crazy, man. You know what's funny? I was at K Rasta Studios. You know, I was working on some of my stuff over there, and the boys were like, "Hey, man, you got to meet this dude. You know, he plays drums and stuff." And I was like, sounds familiar to me. And then he kept saying, I was like, bro, is he from New York? And he's like, yeah, man, Gilberto. And I was like, God, that's my homie, bro. I was like, yeah, I know the homie, bro. That's crazy, man. But no, that's insane. So what came out of like Blackbeat? Like, what were the future projects that came out of that? Because obviously Blackbeat didn't just remain the radio station. It was something else, right?
Yeah, Blackbeat. There was a lot of artists created through Blackbeat. What we did also was I did dance parties. I say we because it's combined effort. People from the community helped as well.
Right.
A lot of people helped.
You had partners or whatnot in the business.
Yeah.
Right.
So we had over 160 acts.
Damn.
In the 11 dance parties we had.
Wow.
And in those total acts, most of those performers in the early stages as well, we trained them, we set them up for the stage performance, helped them out with mic control and distance and all that sort of stuff so that they could project professionally and all those performances were really well. A lot of people never performed on stage before.
Wow.
And they continued with careers in music.
That's crazy. So you kind of like gave them that door and you molded them to be confident to get on that stage and rip it up.
Yeah, and it was Latinos, it was Africans, it was Torres Strait Islanders, Aborigines, Polynesians, it was everybody, Australians, white Australians. It was just a full mixture of the community. And we had performance, and all in the fields of R&B and hip hop. Those were the performances that were being done. Some gospel tracks. We would open up some shows with maybe some incredible sister, singing Amazing Grace, to open the whole night up.
Oh, that sounds dope, bro.
I'll
be straight with you. I didn't see the dance party side. I only seen probably like more so the radio station side. I was pretty young when this was happening, but so like the dance parties and all that side, I didn't get to see all that. So it's really cool hearing that story, bro.
Yeah. Well, the first party was 1,500 people. The second one was 1,500 people, and that was they were both on Wednesday nights. They weren't even weekends.
Wow, 1,500 people on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Bro, my album launch party I think was 300, and it felt like a massive friggin' performance. You know what I mean? It felt like a massive show. 300 people. Wow, that's crazy, bro.
And also I can tell you this. You actually will be the first to know is that a reunion party is being scheduled.
For Blackbeat.
So basically, other generations will get the opportunity to have that Blackbeat experience. So we'll have performances and by locals, by people in the community. We'll have stage set up, DJs, dancing. We'll have different flavors of music.
Wow.
Some Latino, some reggaeton, some African, some hip hop. Some, it's gonna, we try and make it a party, man.
That's crazy, bro. A Blackbeat reunion party back here in Brisbane. This is gonna happen. Wow. Man, bro. And it's needed. That makes me so happy, bro, because a lot of people are gonna get to experience that, eh? And even me too, bro. All the stuff I missed out on. That's crazy, bro. Yeah. Big ups to Gilberto in La Casa, bro.
Yep, so more information on that coming soon. So.
Hey, that's dope, man. You know what? Like, come back on the show when it's time for that, because hey, man, we got to smash that out. That's a no-brainer, man. And you need anything too, bro, hit me up and we on that, bro. Crazy, man. So
that's cool. Yep, talk to your studio guy, K Rasta. He'll tell you about them Blackbeat parties. He knows all about it.
Oh, bro, yeah, man. K and DJ Pat and all them. I was talking to them last
Maxwell,
week.
all them guys. Yep.
Maxwell, shout out Maxwell, man. Yeah, for sure, man. Oh, that's crazy. That's too big for Brisbane, bro. That's something that it's needed though, for sure, 100%. Wow, blew my mind, bro.
Yeah.
Black Beat reunion. That's crazy, man. So tell me, Gilberto, what are you up to these days, bro? Outside of well, you know, your whole story getting to this moment, where you at right now?
Well, right now I'm sharing my culture, Puerto Rican
Nice.
rhythms, which come from a combination of our ancestors, Africa, Spain, and the native Borinqueños and Taínos
Taínos, yeah.
from the Caribbean. So I'm sharing those rhythms. You know, we do. I've been doing events like Africa Day, Latin Fiesta, which Latin Fiesta is coming up on the 6th of November. We're going to be doing that.
Are you playing there? Are you playing at Latin Fiesta?
Yeah, I'm going to play. I'm going to have a workshop as well where I'll be teaching people rhythms. Guaranteed, you'll learn a rhythm in less than 2 minutes. So I'll be teaching people to play Puerto Rican music. So and that'll be all free at Latin Fiesta.
What day? What day is that on? What day is the Latin Fiesta on, man? We got to be there.
I know the date of November 6th. I would assume that's possibly a Saturday.
Okay, cool. So November 6th, that's the Latin Fiesta?
Yep. And I'm hoping you'll be on stage with me.
Hey, man, we can definitely
and you and shout out to Jay Slang too, man, and Jay Slang. Come and hang out with G over at Latin Fiesta.
Yeah, for sure, man. Jay, man, you heard it, bro. You heard it here, Jay. Jay Slang the building. I'm going to hit him up, bro. I'm sure that, the brother will be there. It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
For sure. But no, thanks for that, for the opportunity. Hey, man, you know, anything for you, Loquito. I'm sure that we're going to be there. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right, bro.
Hey, but hey, that's crazy, man. Hey, did you enjoy being part of the Brisbane Bandoleros video?
Okay, let me tell you, the Brisbane Bandoleros video was a great experience, man. It's a highlight, one of my highlights, man. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, and also Brett. Shout out to Brett.
Shout out Brett. Yeah.
Catini Percussions, the drum maker. He said that is total. The whole experience was just the best thing he's ever experienced in his life. And
wow.
I love the music. I love the song, the colors of the video, and just the video. I mean, I sent it around to all my people in New York and in Puerto Rico and in California and in Florida, and got nothing but positive comments on the song and the video itself. It made people happy, and that's a good thing, man. When you can make a song, when you can make a video, and people watch it, and it makes them happy, you know.
Yeah. That's what we try and do, you know what I mean? That's what we try and do. We try to unite the cultures in one song, the Latinos and the Islander culture. And, you know, bro, crazy. And thank you so much for sending that over to the States, because I had a lot of people from NY hit me up, from LA. And, you know, they were so down with us, bro. It was so cool, man. And thank you for being part of that too, you know what I mean? Because you made those colors pop. Hey, peeps, if you want to check out Brisbane Bandoleros, just type that in, Brisbane Bandoleros, Royal Latino featuring Jay Slang. You're going to see my homie Gilberto, man, you know, all through the video with their drums, and Brett as well. Shout out to Brett.
Yeah. No, that was great. That was a great day. Great video, great song, and the numbers are great, man. I mean, I think combined between Facebook and YouTube, something like 120,000 views. So I find that's fantastic in such a short period.
Yeah, thanks, man. No, you know, everybody that got involved
for that, man. I'm so proud of that, because that's what Black Beat was all about. Putting people on stage and then performing and going out and doing music, and you're the product of that.
Thanks, man.
That track, you and Jay Slang, and the product of that video. That's fantastic.
Yeah, man. No, thank you very much for that, man. I appreciate that. Shout out to everybody, Jay Slang, CY Entertainment as well for the video and everything. Everybody who helped, man. Pedro, Nico, and all the boys that came through, you know what I mean? But yourself and Brett, everybody, man. It was a wonderful day, and it was a bit of an emotional day, you know what I mean? Because it was like, it was so beautiful, bro. Nothing happened, nothing in the wrong way. Everything was dope. And it tore up, bro. Everybody loves it. So not everyone, you know, there'll be a couple of people that don't, but
don't worry about that.
It was amazing, bro. You know what I'm saying? 100%. But hey, man, so coming through, you were out there with your colors and everything. So let the people know, are you originally from Puerto Rico?
I'm born in New York City, but my mother and father are both from Puerto Rico. So my blood,
Tu sangre de Puerto Rico
is Puerto Rican, and I'm born in the USA in New York City. So that's like a lot of us, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, I fly the flags of both countries.
Of course.
And that's in my blood.
Of course, man. And something I didn't know, I got a homie Kelvin that lives over in Florida, but he's Puerto Rican as well. He told me, I didn't know this. I honestly didn't, part of my ignorance, but I didn't know that Puerto Rico is actually part of the States.
Yeah, but Puerto Rico is a commonwealth of the United States. A lot of people, and also Guam is also Guam. A commonwealth of the United States. So they're everything, the money and stuff, everything there. They still have, like in Puerto Rico, we still have the language of Spanish and all that. In Guam, they have their language, but there's people trying to change that. They want to make Puerto Rico. They've been trying to make Puerto Rico the 51st or 52nd state. I'm not sure.
Right.
It's been voted down narrowly a couple of times. I'm not even going to comment one way or the other on my position on that. You know, because people have good reason for not wanting to be a part of that. But we are. If you're born Puerto Rican. In Puerto Rico, you're a U.S. citizen anyway. So
that's dope. That's dope. I didn't know that because I've got a little bit of a plan of going to Puerto Rico with the homie, which I'll talk to you about later on anyway. But I was like, hey man, so you know, I'll get my visa to go over there. Are you cool with your visa? And he's like, what are you talking about, bro? I'm like, to travel to Puerto Rico, and he's like, bro, we don't need a visa. And I'm like, oh, wow, bro, straight ignorant. Like, I had no idea, you know what I mean? I thought it was like all the other Latino countries were. But no, that's really awesome, bro.
Hey, no visa, no green cards, no nothing like that.
Hey, that's dope. That's dope.
But we fight. We fight for the immigrants anyway. You know, there. Even though we don't have to, we're not immigrants. You know, we're U.S. citizens, but we stand beside all the other immigrants.
Oh, for
people
sure.
Who are fleeing some of those situations in those countries, and we stand beside them as our Latino brothers and sisters, man. So that's us.
No doubt, man. And you know, all of us Latino obviously see Puerto Rico as one of the tops, and you know, the ones that have been able to get, you know, the Independence Day and those celebrities that they throw in New York and stuff like that. It's a big thing for us because it's a lot of pride in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But hey, man, Gilberto, we got to wrap it up, hermano. But I just want to say thank you very much for being part of En la Casa para la Raza and showing your story, you know, all the way from New York, the boogie down to your travels to Australia. And hey, man, the originator of Black Beat, and there's a Black Beat reunion.
Yep. Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, I'll keep you informed on that one. So I think it's going to be nice, man. We'll cram a lot of performances in a very short amount of time, and then bang, just blow everybody away. Just one show, man. Which every time I do one of them, it's like a dream. It's a dream that I try to make happen, man. So
that's crazy, man. I want to be there, bro. Just get me a ticket. That's all I ask.
Yeah. Yeah, cool.
Hey, hermano, man.
All right, man. Well, peace, man.
They have nice talking to
you. Nice being with
En la Casa para la Raza.
En la Casa para la Raza. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Hey, man, there you have it, peeps. En la Casa para la Raza. You heard it here. We're here with the homie Gilberto, all the way from, you know, well, he lives in Brizzy, but all the way from the boogie down. And hey, crazy, man.
En Puerto Rico se dice huepa.
Huepa. That's how we finish it off, man. Muchas gracias, hermano. So there you have it, peeps. My homie, the OG, uno de mis hermanos, 100%. Man, Gilberto, aka Gilbert, you know what I mean? His story all the way from the boogie down, from the South Bronx, New York, He's traveled to Australia, the originator of Black Beat, crazy. His whole story here, you know what I mean? Him and Brett, and you know, the drum sessions and all that. And there's a Black Beat reunion party coming soon. That's crazy, man. Peeps, stay tuned, man. Shout out Gilberto, shout out the South Bronx, shout out New York. I'm excited in this one, you know what I mean? Shout out Australia, shout out Latin America, shout out everybody, shout out El Mundo that's listening right now, watching. You heard it here, you seen it here, yet another episode of En la Casa para la Raza. Make sure you subscribe, press the, you know, notification bell and the little button down below somewhere, you'll see it. Muchísimas gracias, familia, and we'll catch up on the next one real soon. One love, you seen it here, En la Casa para la Raza. Let's go.